Greetings, this is Nars. Just actually did this video, but I had the mic off. The switch is real sensitive, so I just flicked it off by accident. So got to do it over, but that's cool. I'll just do a better job this time. Anyways, let me hit this chess clock. Just to remind myself I got 10 minutes, and to keep it concise. So with that said, let me just get started. Well, let me give a quick intro. This game's between it's a correspondence game on chess.com between a guy named gpajohn and IamElta, who's my buddy Eric, aka Elta, on various forums and websites. Anyway, let's get started. John started with the move e4. Eric countered with e5. Now John played queen h5. Not the best move. Definitely not the best move. It's a little premature, bringing the queen out so early, trying for a mating threat, but it's not going to work against basically anyone but a pure beginner. So the threat right away is on the e-pawn. So Eric plays d6. Knight c6 is probably slightly stronger, but d6 is fine. Now immediately white is threatening mate on the f7 square. So Eric hits the queen with g6. Queen comes back to f3 and now is threatening mate again on the same square. Knight f6 is probably the best move. You know, knight f6, bishop g7, castles, and white's queen is looking kind of silly there, blocking the knight. But Eric plays bishop to e6, allowing the exchange in double pawns. But white doesn't go in for that. White plays b3. And now here, taking the bishop is possible, doubling up white's pawns. Probably even better, though, is just developing a piece, knight c6, knight f6, or bishop g7. And you can take the bishop anytime. And now if white takes our bishop after making this b3 move, he's just lost a lot of time. But regardless, taking the bishop is okay. White takes back. Now bishop h6. I'm not crazy about it. It's not really a bad move. It creates a nice little threat that if the d pawn gets pushed, then this will get taken. But I'd say g7, even though it's blocked by the e pawn, is better. You know, with threats on the long diagonal, and you know, just develop the knight, castle, and or even develop the knight to e7 and then push f4 with the bishop here. Anyway, white understandably wants to bring his piece, his knight out and get castled. Knight c6, nothing wrong with that I can see. Castles. Queen f6, I think knight f6 is probably a little better. But queen f6 is fine. Threatening, if white takes, he's just going to help black to develop. And if the white queen moves, I guess the black knight can just go here. Knight a3 was played. I don't know why that was played instead of knight c3. I can't think of any reason. Knight c3 is much stronger, threatening to come here and hit black's queen, which is another reason why probably knight f6 would have been slightly better. So here black just goes ahead and doubles up another pair of pawns, and now black's got a significant edge. Now after white recaptures, b6 was played. I'm not sure I understand that. It's definitely not a blunder by any means. Oh, actually, I think I do it. Maybe preventing this pawn push later, getting rid of the doubled pawn. Now that's just not going to happen, and it's definitely not a bad move, because there's no light squared bishop to take advantage of these light square holes. Knight b5 was played, threatening the fork. And king moved up. Nothing wrong with that. Probably, maybe better than castling even, just because with queens off the board, and it's almost an endgame approaching. So activating the king is fine. Bishop a3, not a very good move. Just biting on granite, you know, onyx, ebony, whatever you want. You know, the black pawn chain. This bishop's got. There's not even a rook behind it or something. It's just. But I guess where else is the bishop going to go here? Here would probably be better again on the same diagonal as the rook. Knight f6 was finally played. Another idea would be maybe, well, no, I think the time to play f5 with the idea of f5 is passed, but you know, develop the last piece. Rook a d1. Now here black makes a blunder. This is a blunder because it allows you know, the knight's only defended once and it's attacked twice, and now black's going to be down a pawn. However, white misses it. You can't expect your opponents to miss stuff like this, but once in a while you get lucky, and they will. And now, just white drops a piece, and black is totally winning. Check. King moves. Another very good move by Eric. A6. Now here white screws up again, counterattacking, but forgetting. Bam, check. King moves, takes the knight. So look at that again. Definitely the knight's got to be moved. If he moves here, black can just trade off another piece, or even just check, leave the knight there. Probably trading off would be better. I don't know. And if here the white knight's just misplaced, but still better than losing another piece. So now white's really in trouble. Rook comes over to defend the a pawn. Pawn takes. Why not? Another free pawn. Rook e3. Not a good move. Putting himself right in the bishop's diagonal. Knight e6 would probably be the best move here. b5 is okay. d3. Again, knight e6 attacking the rook. Would be good. Rook a7. Rook b1. Knight h3. Threatening the rook. Discovered attack, which evidently white just totally misses. So bishop takes rook. Pawn takes. Let's see. b4 was played. King attacks the knight. Knight retreats. King moves further up. Rook takes pawn. Why not? Bishop moves. Another free pawn. Although white's rook can take this pawn, but it's not looking good for white here. Instead of taking this pawn, which probably would have been the best move, although still white would be in a lot of trouble. White just lashes out, but that allows another pawn to fall. King moves over. h5 is played. E takes f4 or e takes d4 probably. Either one of those would have been okay. Oops. I just skipped ahead, damn it. Let me go back. Okay, sorry about that. So h5 is played here, and now king h4. This allows checkmate. Rook takes Rook takes h2 is mate. However, Eric didn't see this move right away, and he played. But the game is over by regardless. He played knight g4. This pawn was pushed. Now the threat of mate is gone. But again, there's a mate in 2 with not really nice mate in 2 actually, starting with knight to h6 and then to come here, or even knight h2 and then to come here. But Eric played b3, which there's still mate. There's still a mate threat. Pretty much no matter what, no matter what white does, black can still jump here and here, or here and here. But instead he takes the knight, and now it's just mate right away. So nice game by my friend Eric. His big blunder, which actually turned out to win after his opponent overlooked the threat, which of course you can't count on, was jumping the knight up prematurely. But yeah, and he missed the mate a couple moves early, but that's fine. He got it in the ends, and he was totally winning. So nice game, Eric, and I will do the rest of your games now. Okay, hope that video was instructive.